Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ron Howard.
Well, hello everybody, and thank you, first of all, for this snappy new hat. But moreover, this award, which means so much to me. Thank you, um, and Danny, it's fantastic that you introduced me after all of our years working together, and thank you for your kind words. Though I guess this is pre-recorded, right? So how do I know what Danny said? Over all those projects, I probably pissed Danny off God knows how many times. He might have been writing his speech while having a PTSD flashback over some effects I tossed out years ago. He could have been typing terrible things, smirking, and thinking, how do you feel about the character of the rain droplets now, Ron? How about those underwater bubbles? Are they sharp enough sounding for you? And what exactly makes a water bubble sound sharp to you anyway, Mr. Director Man? But knowing Danny as I do, I'm going to bet he took the gracious road. So thank you for that, and for all the fantastic contributions over the years, my friend. So yes, sound work. It can definitely lead to some weird conversations because, well, how do you even talk about some of these choices and elements? Sound design it's one of the most mysterious and elusive aspects of our medium. But with sounds both literal and impressionistic, worlds are built and audiences are immersed. In my very early 20s, I began to direct movies, relying on everything that I'd learned as an actor growing up on studio lots. The results and the feedback I was getting were encouraging, but then movies like The Exorcist, Jaws, The Conversation, and Star Wars reminded me that there were aspects of the process which I needed to learn much more about. And one of them was sound design. So beginning with Cocoon, and then Willow and Backdraft, I had the great fortune to connect with George Lucas's Skywalker team. Ben Burtt, of course, Gary Rydstrom, Gary Summers, and Richard Himes. They began my education by inspiring me to understand that through creativity and experimentation, sound design could elevate the way an audience experiences a moment. I'm forever grateful for those early collaborations. Along the way, Oliver Tardy, Frank Cruz, and Steve Flick are designers who had a major impact on projects like my upcoming 13 Lives, Rush, and Apollo 13. And then there is my old friend, Chick. Anthony J. Chick Ciccolini. We made some 13 movies together. Chick is an artist, to be sure. An artist cloaked in the look and sound and even the loud opinions about life in general of a classic New York City cab driver. But don't be fooled. Chick is brilliant and passionate. He was also irresistibly easy to wind up. We could review a reel and send Chick back to the bench with a big set of notes, and an hour later, the picture editors, Dan Hanley or Mike Hill, would see him and they'd call out, "Hey Chick, don't you have those reel 4 fixes in yet?" Chick could not help himself. He would turn red. He'd shake his head, and suddenly, a lot like Ralph Cramden or Archie Bunker, he'd bellow out across the machine room, "I got your reel 4 fixes right here, buddy. Come and get them." And then he would join in the laughing, and he would just say, "You frickin' guys, you're giving me all kinds of aggro." But here is the root of his greatness, and why you all are rightfully acknowledging Chick. It's the joy he found in unlocking the sound that would make a movie moment take flight. The look of exuberance in his face was so memorable. The way he described punching a side of beef on the Foley stage to get body shots for a bare-fisted brawl in Far and Away, which he then later would, double up and slow down or record backward or God knows what else to make the audience feel the intensity of that movie moment. Well, that is just one of hundreds of key sound creations, from the subtle psychological pressures created by the environment surrounding the principals in Frost-Nixon to the exotic worlds, past and present, offering clue paths to be followed in the Da Vinci Code, to the threatening intensity, both in the boxing ring and in the tenements and streets of Depression-era New York in Cinderella Man, to the inner perceptions of a schizophrenic math genius in Beautiful Mind, or the ever so slightly heightened realities of family life in Parenthood. Well, Chick reveled in the challenges and was a living, breathing reminder of how much fun and fellowship working hard in the business could bring those of us who, like Chick, went all in to get things right. Where did Chick, his team, or any of the other terrific sound editors and designers that I've worked with conjure these sonic fragments? Where does any artist find the elements of their medium? That's the X factor. That intuitive taste, talent, and hard work, usually achieved under deadline or budget pressure. Well, almost always both, right? And that is what defines a truly great sound editor. Well, thank you for this acknowledgement tonight. And let's keep giving audiences, idea by idea, something special to experience and hopefully remember for years to come. Thank you.